The ancient streets of Ephesus, Turkey, glow softly under the morning sun. Tourists move through the ruins with cameras in hand, following guides and schedules, ticking places off a list. Among them are two strangers, Hope and Jeb, unaware that their carefully planned trip is about to fall apart in the most unexpected way. Hope is gentle, reflective, and quietly grieving. Only months ago, she lost her mother, her closest companion and lifelong guide. This trip to Turkey was something they once dreamed of together. For Hope, the journey is less about sightseeing and more about holding on to memories before they fade. Jeb, on the other hand, is practical and visibly tense. He's an American, constantly checking the time, his mind never fully present. Just before this trip, he learned his job back home may be at risk. This holiday feels more like an inconvenience than an escape. They stop briefly to take photos. They linger for just a moment too long. When they return, the tour bus is gone. Hope's heart sinks. Her passport, phone, money, everything is on that bus. Jeb isn't much better off. What starts as mild confusion quickly turns into panic. Frustration rises. Words are exchanged. Blame is quietly shared. But reality sets in. They're stranded, together. An unwanted beginning. With limited money, no clear transport, and little understanding of the local language. Hope and Jeb begin the long journey back toward Istanbul. They rely on kindness from strangers, local buses, and long walks through unfamiliar towns. Jeb grows increasingly anxious. Every delay feels like another step closer to losing his job, and the life he's built around it. Hope, however, begins to see something different in the uncertainty. Each quiet village, each sunset over the hills, reminds her of her mother, of the way she believed that life's most meaningful moments are rarely planned. One evening, in a modest guest house, they sit with warm tea between them. Hope finally speaks about her loss, about how traveling without her mother feels wrong, yet strangely healing. Jeb listens, really listens, for the first time in a long while. Something shifts. From strangers to companions. As they move through Cappadocia, watching hot air balloons rise into the dawn sky, the tension between them softens. Laughter comes more easily. Silences grow comfortable. Jeb opens up about his fear, that without his job, he doesn't know who he is. Hope gently challenges him, suggesting that perhaps his life has become too tightly defined by deadlines and expectations. Their bond deepens naturally, not through grand gestures, but through shared meals, quiet walks, and conversations that feel honest and unguarded. What begins as necessity slowly becomes friendship, and friendship, almost without notice, turns into love. Love without promises. Neither of them wants to acknowledge it. This journey is temporary. Their lives exist on opposite sides of the world. Reality waits patiently at the end of the road. Yet love doesn't ask for permission. A glance held for a second too long. A shared smile at nothing in particular. A growing awareness that this connection feels rare and real. The inevitable goodbye. Eventually, they reach Istanbul. Hope recovers her belongings. Jeb's flight back to the United States is ready. At the airport, there are no dramatic confessions. No desperate pleas. Just a quiet understanding that something meaningful has been found, and may now be lost. Jeb boards the plane, but his mind stays behind, coming back for what matters. Back in America, Jeb realizes something vital. Saving his job means little if he loses himself in the process. The journey changed him. Hope changed him. He makes a decision, not based on fear, but on truth. He returns to Turkey. Hope, now stronger, having made peace with her grief, is learning to move forward, carrying her mother's memory without being defined by loss. When Jeb appears again, she understands that some journeys are meant to continue. A new beginning. Lost in Love is not simply a romance. It is a story about letting go of control, finding healing in unexpected places, and discovering that sometimes missing the bus leads you exactly where you're meant to be. Not lost at all, just finally found. If this journey touched your heart, don't let it end here. Like this film to support meaningful, feel-good romance that reminds us love often finds us when we least expect it. A comment below and tell us, do you believe love is planned? or discovered by chance? We'd love to read your thoughts. And subscribe to the channel for more heartfelt romance movies, inspiring stories, and cinematic journeys from around the world. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new release, because the next story might just become your favorite. Share this film with someone who believes in second chances, unexpected connections, and love that grows through real moments. Follow us as we bring you more beautifully told stories from breathtaking locations, where every journey has a soul, and every ending is a new beginning.